Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. My phone died. I was not expecting that. I looked up at my computer and it was gone. It was all done. So what you missed from my first video is, if you haven't seen that, go back and watch it because it was really cool. I'm doing embroidery. Now I can't think of what they're called. Embroidery hoops. That's what they are. And what I did was wrapped it in jute. I used our November Club Couture transfer and put that on a piece of material, cut it to the size I needed to. And then I put this, what would you call it? Vines? No, greenery. That's it, greenery. I put the greenery on and put on some beads. The part that you missed watching was me adding the beads to it. I thought that was pretty cool to put on there. And so that one's done. And now I'm going to do my second project. I had already painted our hoop, and so I'm going to get it ready to chalk. Let me get this clicked on the computer here. I am so sorry that happened. It kind of threw me off a little. So the first project's done. This is project number 2, and this is the same cloth napkin that I took the strip off of for the first part. And now I painted our embroidery hoop, so that's all done. And that'll go right around, our material will go right around that hoop. So I need to know what will fit in here and what won't. I know I already want to add the greenery on the top. So I'm thinking maybe I will just use the bottom one. And I don't know if I can... And I did not wash my transfer. I planned on doing that too, and I didn't. Put this on the bottom. I don't know if I can fit it all in there. I'm going to do the Dear Season's Greetings, and I don't know if I want to use that one or this one. I think I'll use that swag there for the bottom. I think I like that one better than the flat one. I don't know. What do you think? I think I like this one better, so I'm going to use that one. All right. Now I'm going to pretend that the material's already on this hoop so that I know that everything's going to fit in there the right way for measurement purposes. All right. So real quick, let me wash this transfer. And I need to get my board eraser. Hold on just 1 second. All right. So I'm going to clean this transfer off so that it's ready to go when we need it here. If you watched part 1, I really hope that you came back to watch part 2. And if you did, thank you very much. Hope you guys are still having a good night. Some of you guys are probably in bed already. Can't wait to kick back and relax. Again, congratulations, Chelsea, for winning our drawing tonight. Thank you for sharing that post out for me. Trying to get Chalk Baby page passed around a little bit so that we can get more people to join our group. Really hoping to hit 50. We're slowly working our way up there. I think, what am I at? 35 or 36 now? All right, so that's done. I've got our fuzzing cloth. I'm just going to put it in here and dry it up. Just patting it dry. It's got a microfiber side and a terry cloth side for fuzzing our transfers. Since I'm using material, I don't have to fuzz on this one. All right, so first, let me stick this here, sticky side up. I'm going to put our deer where we want it, on the top. And then I'm going to put our swag on the bottom. That way we can fit our words in between those two. I think I have my deer crooked. All right, so I want this down here. Let me fix that deer. Okay, so that's about where I want that to be. I'm going to move this hoop over, and I'm going to go ahead and chalk this. Now this is our white paste that we were using on the other project, and it's been sitting for a little bit, uncovered of course, because why wouldn't I do that? I'm going to add just a little bit of water in there just to bring it back to life a little bit. When we let them sit with the lids off our jars, they tend to get a little sticky and start drying out. So you want to maintain your chalk paste to the consistency of like a yogurt. Okay, so let's get our little buddy here all chalked up. And you can use your sticky ink mat if you have one, which I do. I'm not using it. I should have got that out. I will for the bottom piece here. Okay, so there's our deer. We put all our excess back in the jar. Oh, that turns out this material is really nice to chalk on. Okay, so there he is. I'm going to put it back on the backer sheet over here. And I have ink on my hands. Or not ink, sorry. It's chalk paste. Now our mat. Let's get him out. This is our ink mats. This is for when you do inking on fabric. It holds your fabric in place. And it also protects when you're using the ink that the ink doesn't go through the material you're inking on. And now that that's sticky, it'll hold down there. I'm going to hold our fabric into place. Plus it has a little bit of a wrinkle from the fold, so that'll help also. And just smooth it right on out. Oh, that's so much better. I don't know why I didn't do that before. Okay. Now let's do our, I'm going to just do it all in one color just because this is already black and white. So I think that the white pops on that really well. And you want to make sure too when you're putting your transfer down that you don't have any air bubbles. Need just a little bit more, I think. There we go. And I'm going to peel that off. Oh, that is so pretty. Now put that onto our backer sheet until I can get finished up tonight and clean it. All right, so let me get my blow dryer and I'll get this dried quick. And we'll get those words in there. All right, so now let's fit our words right in between. And I'll get those chalked up. All right. Now I'm going to clean this paste because it's been open long enough. And I don't know when I'm going to use this white next, but since it's been sitting out so long tonight, open to the air like that, I'm just going to give it a couple of little spritzes of our distilled water. You can use distilled or spring water, don't use tap. And that way when it's sitting and not being used, then it can stay moist by soaking in that water. And there's that. I like it. Okay, now I'm gonna put this aside and give that another little dry so that I can work with it. mat is in bad shape, let me tell you. I don't even use it that often, but I screwed up the adhesive at the beginning of when I purchased it, my first few uses, because I didn't know that the cover had to be on it a certain way, and it pulled up some of my adhesive from my mat. But it still works fine, just doesn't look the greatest. Alright, so that's put away. Now let me get my hoop back over here. And we want to put it like that. Get it all lined up. I want to do it straight as I can here. Loosen it up so I can turn it a little better. Line it up. It's not wanting to slide, so I have to take it off. There. That's what I'm looking for. Let me tighten it. Now we can trim off this extra. If you come in, say hi. I'm finishing up my second project because my phone died. So tonight's live is in 2 parts, unfortunately. Okay, it's good and tight. I'm going to pull the material snug. Oh, I'm so happy with how this turned out. It's so cute. And I could have put the words on top and the deer in the center, just however you want to do it. Now I'm going to cut around this edge. I'm not going to cut as close this time. The first project I cut kind of close and the material tried coming out of the loop, or hoop. So I'm just going around the circle. Alright, and then I still have material to do something else later on. These are fairly cheap at the craft store. Pretty happy I found it. Okay, now I'm just going to decorate this up. I thought we would use some of this one. We've got some pine cones here and little swirly swirl. I don't know what you call that, a little spring. And then some of this greenery and berries. So I'm just going to cut off a few pieces and see what we can do. How we're going to glue it up. Why would I use my scissors for that? I've got some cutters over here somewhere. Should work. So I thought maybe a couple pieces of that. grip I don't think is strong enough. Oh, there it goes. And then we'll take off a couple of these berries. I got this all wrapped up. Take it apart. So I don't need to use the whole thing. It's just a smaller project, so we'll cut some of this. There's one. Oh, that berry fell on the floor. Alright, and then this here we'll save for a different one. We got a couple those spring things still, pine cone berries, greenery. So we can get a couple of projects out of this. Not bad for $1. Okay, so I think since these are just on wire, I am going to wrap it around a couple times. And I might have to attach this with the pipe cleaner. Let's see what we got going on. I don't have any zip strips, and since these little bristle things get in the way here, if I connect it there, then that'll be okay. Yeah, I kind of like that. And then we can add this stuff in there. We can glue those. Might be able to get away with if we put some, let me get another glue stick. We'll see if this glue stick holds. If not, I might have to go back in and tie it down. Put a little puddle there at the top and see if that's gonna hold it. I'll smash it down a second and hold it there. Still not dry. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Add a little bit more glue. Okay. Got glue on my fingers. It's a little warm. I think it's looking good. I kind of wish I would have put the deer down a little bit more so we could see more of his antlers. But I'm happy with it. Maybe I should have put the words on top. And then I think we'll put a little squiggly on this one side here. And then we'll put some berries. Hanging down. Where are we going to put the pine cone? Put him on this one side. Just connected to the branch. It's got some wires on it, so I'm just twisting that up. And I'm going to cut those wire ends off. Okay. So now our pine cone's on. Got some berries in that little thing. Now we can put some berries on this side. Let's put it so they show. I think I'm going to put some glue under here. And then put the berries attached right there. Just hold it to that glue without burning myself. I want to glue the berries and not me. And then this other sprig, I think we will just put so it's in the middle maybe. Because we already have the pine cone, so we'll just put him there. And maybe, let's see if we can just hook it around there. Maybe we don't have to glue this one. There. And that's project number 2. I think that looks really nice. You'll have to tell me which one you think is your favorite. I've got number 2, and here's number 1. Season's Greetings. And those are both from the same transfer. And embroidery hoops done 2 different ways. Number 1, Season's Greetings with the beads. And number 2, Season's Greetings with the pine cones and berries and deer. I love them both. But wouldn't those make great gifts? And they were very inexpensive. Just for a little extras. The greenery stuff I bought for $1 at the Dollar Tree. The material was $1. We had enough for both projects. The jute, the beads, that's it. The embroidery hoops, very inexpensive gifts for Christmas. So think of your loved ones this year. Buy small, buy your own supplies, and make some handmade gifts for your loved ones this year. I hope you guys enjoyed my projects tonight, and I can't wait to do another one for you. Come back again and see number 17 when that comes out. Thank you very much for coming tonight. Have a good weekend. Bye.